Welcome back to the Car Updates, the 2025 Pontiac GTO. Now before we go any further, let's be clear. This model is not officially backed by General Motors. It's a fantasy-born beast, born in the realm of high-definition renderings, pixel-perfect proportions, and CGI brilliance. But that doesn't mean it isn't worthy of a serious look. In fact, what this imagined 2025 GTO does is give us a window into what could be, if Pontiac ever rose from the ashes like a phoenix in carbon fiber armor. First impressions matter, and the front fascia of this digital GTO doesn't just make a statement, it practically screams legacy. We're talking about a dual-snout grille design, unmistakably reminiscent of the original 1964 model. It's a design language that balances aggression with refinement. Slender, blade-like LED headlights integrate into the sharp character lines of the hood, creating a scowling presence that commands attention. And those sculpted side ducts? Pure performance theater. They're not just aesthetic, they suggest a story of airflow management, engine cooling, and maybe even front brake ducting, if this were real. Move around to the profile, and you're hit with a blend of retro cues and modern proportions. The long hood, short rear deck silhouette remains intact, classic pony car architecture. But the designers haven't been shy about updating the stance. It sits low and wide, with haunches that suggest rear-wheel drive dynamics and a suspension setup that's track-capable. Massive 20 or even 21-inch forged wheels hug the wheel wells, wrapped in aggressive rubber profiles that look ready for apex hunting duty. Under the hood, at least in our imagined version, this GTO would house nothing less than a naturally aspirated V8. Think LT2 or even LT6 architecture derived from the Corvette Stingray or Z06. We're dreaming of at least 500 horsepower, routed through either a Tremec 6-speed manual for purists or a lightning-quick 10-speed automatic for the daily driver who doesn't want to compromise. It's the kind of powertrain that doesn't just move you. It defines the way you interact with the road, the sound, and the soul of the car. Let's talk interior, because even in CGI form, this GTO doesn't skimp on the driver's domain. Picture a cockpit drenched in Alcantara and leather, with carbon fiber accents running across the dash and center console. A digital instrument cluster would likely offer customizable drive modes, telemetry data, G-force meters, and retro-modern graphics inspired by Pontiac's muscle car era. The infotainment would ideally borrow from GM's latest UI frameworks, integrating Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and perhaps a few track-day-specific widgets. Throw in bucket seats with deep bolstering, a flat-bottom steering wheel, and red stitching with the Judge badging. And you've got a cabin that feels every bit as serious as its visual counterpart. Now, when it comes to handling and chassis dynamics, we'd imagine the use of a GM Alpha platform, or even better, a reworked Zeta chassis for optimal rigidity and weight distribution. The center of gravity would sit low, thanks to extensive use of aluminum and composite materials. An active suspension system, magnetorheological dampers, and a rear limited slip differential would make this car more than just a straight-line hero. It would be a legit corner carver. Sound matters, and this GTO wouldn't hold back. We're envisioning quad exhaust tips belting out an old-school muscle growl. None of that over-digitized EV whir. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more high-octane content, and drop a comment telling us, would you daily this car if it ever became real?